Hey everyone, it's Armando Aguilar with My Fighting Fat, and I'm excited to bring you somebody really fun, David. David, tell us a little more about you. You're going to help us out with the tip of the week, which we're really excited about that. But I want to point out that you're a person that has a full-time job, and now is doing competitive, and is doing all kinds of things. Tell us how you find the time to do this. Tell us a little bit more about you, because people think that you're probably in the gym 24 hours a day, and you're probably most of the time, but how do you manage your time? You do real estate, you do competing, how do you manage your time?
Yeah, I started competing back in February, and I've done 5 shows since.
Wow, so very recent.
Yeah, and I've also kept my full-time job at the same time.
Wow.
It's all about allocating times. Planning my meals in advance, and working in my cardio sessions with my resistance sessions, obviously 7 throughout the day. But and then fitting in my clientele as far as real estate goes on the side. It was a tough task at first, but now I have it down. I have it down to a science, especially the nutrition side.
So you're saying that there's no excuses, in other words. You're saying that you can make the time to live this lifestyle.
Absolutely. Definitely. In fact, I find that the healthier I am, the leaner I am, the less sleep I need, the more energy I have, then that leads to getting all these things done. I have more time throughout the day. But you also have to have fun with it. So as soon as you stop having fun with it, then obviously you don't try to find the time to do it.
So there you have it. See, so you can do your work, you can work out, and you just have to be dedicated like David is. So it is possible. So we need to stop the excuses of, I can't do it, I don't have the time. You're a proven factor now. Now, tell us a little more if you compete. Now, because that's something really fun and really stressful all the time.
You're hitting right on the head. Yeah. It is. It's fun. I'd say all the way up to the last 48 hours leading up to the show. Then I always tell my girlfriend, why am I doing this? But because it's just the last 48 hours, the stress is kicking in. I'm not drinking as much water. I'm not having the carbohydrates that I need. So, but then I step on the stage, and regardless of the outcome, let's say I do well, then I can't wait for the next one. And let's say I place poorly, I want revenge. So there's always something you get out of competing that will lead you, that will motivate you, inspire you to go to the next show, regardless of your placing. It's weird. So right away I step off the stage and I'm like, what's next?
What I think the key word is you have a passion for it.
Yeah.
So no matter if you do want to get to the #1 spot, but even if you didn't, you're like, hey, I'm still strong enough and have the passion to get to the #1 spot. And that's a beautiful thing, because a lot of people would get discouraged and say, well, I didn't make it to the #1, forget it. And you're like, no, I'm coming back stronger.
Yeah.
So that's
exactly what happened with me. I got my first show 4th place. I asked the judges for feedback. I thought
your first show 4th place? That's awesome.
4th place. And then in the NPC, which is the National Physique Committee, the organization that we competed, the judges will give you feedback after the show, which is good. So you know what to work on between shows. So I did what he asked. I came in and I got 8th place, which was nearly last. It was almost last. So then I was wondering what was going on. I started questioning myself, should I keep competing? Then the very next show, obviously I stuck through it. I got 1st place. And then another 1st, and then the last show I did, I got 6th again. So you can see it's a rough ride. But like you said, I'm not going to stop.
Well, you got to think in mind that you've already started competing. So the rarely you start competing is you've been the ups and downs, and there's people who've been competing for 4 or 5 years. They haven't accomplished it 1st. They haven't accomplished it 4th. They have only accomplished a 6 and an 8 and a 9 and a 10, and you're already ahead of the game.
I'd like to think so. Yeah. Thank you.
That's really cool. Now, I also want to point out that Dave is a really nice guy. If you see him at the gym, obviously he's working out, just asking for a little bit of his time. Tell us more about that, because a lot of people are intimidated. A lot of people think that a person like you, with your physique, you don't have time for anybody, or you're cocky, or because you can get into the clubs, you can go into this, or you're a handsome guy, so a lot of things happen for you a little bit easier. But they don't see the dedication that takes to benefit from all those other elements.
Well, first let me tell you, I can't get in any club in San Diego at least. But yeah, the gym. I find that if someone asks me for help, I'd rather put my workout aside and actually show them, rather than just answer them with words. Let's say I can show them immediately through action what they're asking me. I'll put what I'm doing aside and I'll go help them. Because I'm all about form, I'm all about helping people. I give them my contact information right after, I write it down. Say, here, email me, I'll give you the diet. Next time you're in the gym, come meet with me and I'll show you another exercise. I get more out of that than working out myself.
Yeah, because you give back.
Absolutely.
So it's a nice way to give back, and that's really nice. Now, you said keyword diet. Do you plan your meals before for the rest of the week? Or how do you do that? Because, abs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym.
Yeah, I do. Right now, my fridge is pretty packed already. If I had an empty refrigerator, trust me, I would plan things a little bit differently. So I'm about 2 to 3 days in advance on my meals. So if I do buy chicken in bulk or my proteins in bulk, I'll go ahead and cook those, let's say on a Sunday, and they'll last me till Tuesday or Wednesday on the Tupperwares. So yeah, everything is definitely planned, not down to the T, but the bigger items, yes, I'll prepare. They take longer to cook. So that way, Monday, Tuesday, I'm just in and out of the refrigerator eating as I go. I don't have to take any time.
And do you have a cheat day, or you don't apply that?
I cheat, but on the healthier side of healthy foods. So I don't ever leave the realm of healthy. So let's say I'll do a little bit more almond butter, or a little bit, or maybe a couple extra carbohydrates. And then that, for me, that's cheating.
Yes, because you're a competitor.
If for the average person, that's still, oh my God, I'm eating ugh. But for me, a plain bagel or 2 plain bagels above and beyond what I've allocated for the carbohydrate intake that day is heaven. It's weird when you start to change your eating habits. The things that you thought weren't that good before, all of a sudden they are. They taste great.
But I think you said the key word. You keep it within that realm. You keep it within that healthy realm. So that's a really good thing. So you do give yourself a little indulgent, but you keep it within that realm. Because a lot of us tend to leave that realm and go to fast food, or go to junk food, pizza.
Or what they previously had in their mind as their favorite food, but their cheat meal, of what they've always wanted to have as their cheat meal. You need to be able to change that. You can't be set on, I need that cake or that cheesecake or that pizza from that one pizza place. It's because then that leads to other bad habits. Because that's an old want. And in this, what we're doing here, trying to or fight with fat, we're trying to establish a new self, and that comes with new wants. So if you can, now I want popsicles, sugar-free popsicles. Those are great for me. Before, but now that's my new want. That's my new cheat. One of them.
So you do find now, how can people get in contact with you and follow your whole process of your next competition, things that you're doing, and they can become fans of you? A lot of things like that. Because, like I said, Dave's a great guy. It's somebody you need to know. Somebody who can give you some really good knowledge. And we're happy on my fight with to have him here supporting us. So, where can they find you? Facebook page?
Facebook will be the best.
And what's the address?
It's just find me by my name, David Lambo Lamb. It's Lambo LAMBO space Lamb LAMB. So David Lambo Lamb, and all my contest pics, my progress. You can reach me on there for diet tips, workout tips. I'll get back to you right away. Yeah, we can all be on this journey together. Hopefully, just add me on Facebook as a friend, and I'm more than willing to help at all times. And hopefully you enjoy my progress.
Yes. Well, do support him because he's supporting us. Thank you for your time, and like we say here on My Fight with Fat, love yourself, our lights are priceless, and always rock the floor.